72% of Maine's houses use oil heat to keep warm in the winter. The University of Southern Maine's Department of Environmental Science recently acquired a vintage 1800s house that will be used as a laboratory to test energy-saving ideas and train students in the growing field of energy conservation. Brian Knobloch talked with Professor Travis Wagner about the project.
Travis, tell me where we are right now.
We're at 19 College Avenue in Gorham at the Gorham campus of the University of Southern Maine in our new residential or applied energy house.
And what will the house be used for?
Well, it'll be used for research, for teaching, learning, demonstrations, and workshops.
And how did you come to acquire the house?
Great story. We were looking for a house just like this. It's perfect for our uses, and the university was looking at mothballing a house that was very poorly designed for energy purposes, which met perfectly for our uses. So we asked and we got.
And tell us about the curriculum. What will be taught here and how will that work?
Well, we have a minor and a certificate in applied energy. So a lot of that focuses on the residential or structure, or we call building level. So it's looking at energy conservation and looking at alternative energy. But what we're trying to do is study what actually happens in the house. So we'll have be able to do meters and cameras and so forth, so we can look at how energy conservation works best in Maine, but also monitoring other aspects, including indoor air quality and carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide levels. So it's perfect for that.
Daniel Martinez is an assistant research professor at USM. Daniel, tell us about the structure of the house as it is now.
Well, it's a house that we believe was constructed before the 1900s, and it's had additions to it. It has, we believe, a fieldstone foundation basement. You can still see the cistern. You can still see where the coal chute used to be for when it used to burn coal in the house, as well as now being an oil burning boiler. And it doesn't have a tank for the hot water system. It's actually one of those coil units that are connected to the boiler, one of the most inefficient ways to heat water in a home.
And what about the windows and doors, that sort of thing?
Some of the windows have been updated because this has been a multi-purpose home over the course of the years, but some of the windows you can see that are original. Single pane, almost no glazing in some of the sections, or there's a lot of holes that have been put in, puncture holes for air conditioning units. So you can see that the house has just been used to accommodate the needs at the time, but never with a presence of mind for efficiency.
Sounds like a dream home for this project.
It really is a dream home for the project. Earlier in the process of going through the National Science Foundation grant, we had said, it'd be great to have one of these old homes that exist on the campuses just to do these things, because we know that they were in a condition where they weren't never designed to be an efficiency improvement, but we could use a lot of the tools that we have available to us now through this grant to do these projects and understand how a building really performs.
And what are the projects that you'll be doing, or some of them?
Well, the first thing that we're going to try to do is do a baseline energy audit. So the typical auditing process that you would have at the residential level. The other things that we're interested in doing are seeing if we can install maybe a solar thermal hot water heater installation in the house, and see whether or not we can track how much energy is actually coming from that outside source, to be able to see is there real savings to having that external unit compared to burning with that expensive oil burner for the hot water needs in the home.
Is the goal here to upgrade the entire house so that it's totally energy efficient, or will you be leaving parts of it inefficient as a teaching tool?
Well, I think the way that we're trying to say it is that we want it to be as reversible as possible. So if there are updates being done, there's an ability to reverse that so that we can always maintain that leaky, inefficient baseline.
And really what we're focusing on is trying to figure out lower cost, affordable, off-the-shelf types of technology that can help reduce oil, because that's what's really important, is really reducing the demand or use of oil, consumption of oil.
Have these courses been taught here all along, and this is an add, or is this a new courses that will be taught?
Well, this is a new suite of courses. So this has been an emphasis of USM, is to invest in teaching students and doing research in applied energy. So we just started our courses about a year ago, and the minor and certificate just started this past fall. So this is all relatively new.
And are they popular with students?
Yes, we have a waiting list right now for the first class, which is an online class, and then we're going to be developing or increasing our offerings as we go along.